Cornhole Nation, it's time to get pumped up for the 2019 ACL Pro Invitational. It's going to be at the Mohegan Sun Casino alongside the 2019 ACL Final Chase. I'm also going to welcome guest ACL Pro and Northeast Conference Director Jeff Bashan to the show. He's going to talk about having this national in his home conference. This is the ACL Throwdown. Yes, ACL Pro Jeff Bashan, as well as the Northeast Conference Director, going to talk with us here on the ACL Throwdown this week. But first, my hashtag Trey's Takes, we got to get you fired up for the 2019 ACL Pro Invitational. The 2018 ACL Pro Invitational was the inaugural event. It was the biggest ACL appearance on an ESPN network that we've ever had. Came right after the hot dog eating contest on July 4th. It was live. It was our most televised event ever. Frank Modlin and Eric Anderson took home that title, as well as a lot of cash along with them. So a big win for them. Fast forward 1 year and we're ready for our second ACL Pro Invitational. A little bit different format this year, and that's kind of what I'm going to talk about today. We're going to have 12 teams competing in the ACL Pro Invitational this year. 12 teams. 4 of the ACL national winners in pro doubles will get automatic bids. That means we've already captured 3 of those spots. We have Philip Hayden and Damon Dennis winning the second national of the year, the 2019 ACL Cornhole Mania. I don't know why I did that out of order. At the ACL kickoff battle, you have Jordan Kamba and Derek King. They took home that first national of the season. And then most recently, you just saw Jimmy McGuffin and Josh Lunsford book their tickets. So, on the first day of the 2019 ACL Final Chase, we're going to have our pro doubles division live on July 4th. At 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to fill that 4th and final spot of the national winners. They're going to compete there, and we're going to get that 4th seed into that tournament. Then, our next 4 seeds are going to be determined by the next 4 highest-ranked teams in ACL Pro standings. So, we'll just see who has the most points out of the next 4, and that's who's going to be dropped in right there into that ACL Pro Invitational. Then, finally, our last 4 seeds, 9, 10, 11, and 12, will go to whoever you want to see. So, we have opened voting for the Pro Invitational fan vote. We have divided the country into 4 different regions. You can go in and vote for your favorite pro team from each region. The team with the highest number of votes will get a bid into those 12 teams getting into the Pro Invitational this year. So you can go to iPlayACL.com, click on the News tab, and down at the bottom there's a link for Pro Invitational. You click on that to see how you can vote. Now, once we have our 12 teams, we will have first round play-in games because there's only going to be 8 teams. 8 out of the 12 will get paid, and 8 out of the 12 will make it onto the ESPN recorded broadcast for the Pro Invitational. So, these play-in games will take place. One of the 4 highest-ranked pro teams will take on one of the fan vote winners. We'll do that 4 times until we get 4 winners of those 4 games. They'll be paired against the 4 ACL national winners, and that will make up our Pro Invitational. So those 4 games, those 4 play-in games to get from 12 to 8 will take place at the 2019 ACL Final Chase. That will be on the digital network, streamed live. Watch.iPlayACL.com. You'll be able to watch all 4 of those games to determine who's going to be meeting the 4 national winners in that Pro Invitational. Again, that Pro Invitational single elimination, 10-round games, $25,000 total prize pool, $8,000 to the first place team. So a ton of money on the line for these Pro Invitational winners. So make sure you get to the 2019 ACL Final Chase, the ACL Pro Invitational at the Mohegan Sun. Registration is open for that event. That is July 3rd through 6th. If you can't make it, make sure you watch us on the digital network, watch.iPlayACL.com, and of course on our ESPN broadcasts that are slated to be the biggest we've ever had. We've also got some other surprises for you guys on July 4th, but I'm not going to reveal those just yet. We like surprises here at the ACL. That's enough about the Pro Invitational. Let's chat with ACL Pro and Northeast Conference Director Jeff Bashand as he prepares his conference to host its first ever ACL National. ACL Pro and Northeast Conference Director Jeff Bashand is on the show this week. Fear the beard, although he's cut it off recently, Jeff. I'm still disappointed by this. He is on the show this week. Jeff, thank you for getting on the show here on the ACL Throwdown. Leads me right into it, man. You are the Northeast Conference Director. You got a lot of things brewing up there. We got this big national coming up. What's kind of the vibe up there in the Northeast to have this national coming in the backyard?
Well, hey, Trey, thanks for having me on, and I'm sorry about cutting my beard short for you, but summer is coming, so I had to keep the face somewhat cool. The vibe is pretty nuts right now. Everybody's really excited. A lot of people haven't been to a national event or seen these players come from all over the country, like the best players, and they actually don't know what's in store for them, but they can't wait to start shooting against them and see what they've got.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we talked about, look, just a few weeks ago, we had the bag ball out in Arizona. I got to meet people for the first time, like Mike Silva and Sandy Peacock, that really came out of nowhere. And I think they surprised maybe themselves. I think they surprised you a little bit. So are we in store for some more new faces, or are those type of people you think going to head up the division and continue their hot streak?
Well, I think you're definitely in store for some surprises. Mike Silva was definitely a surprise to finish off as the champ in the competitive series, and he's been continuing his winning streak since getting back. He won a tournament that I ran at MGM Springfield, and then the following week he partnered up with Alex Boulay, which is a pretty famous junior ACL player now, and they won first place. And then Mike Silva won first place in singles, and then Alex came in second. And then, lucky for everybody, they got paired up for the blind draw, and they won that one too. So it was like, come on, guys, let it up some for other people to win. But yeah, Sandy Peacock, she's definitely one of the top female throwers that I've noticed. There's also, who else is there? There's Sheila Roy, she's really good. Diane Lancaster, she should make some noise too. She's playing with, I believe she's playing with her husband in the competitive bracket. And then I know Lauren is playing with Leslie Adcock, so they might turn some heads in the advanced division. But there's other throwers like Bill Butler, Jose Rivera. Jose Rivera usually plays with this guy, Tin. They've been pretty much unbeatable for quite some time. They overtook Gru and Prue, which was pretty surprising, and they just kept the hot streak going. And recently they started losing, but I found out that Tin has a torn rotator cuff, and he's been throwing for the past few months with a bad shoulder, so kind of down and out now. He's done for the season. Who else is there? There's Andy Gertner out of New Hampshire. John Clavette from Maine. He might make some noise because he's got the McGuffin airmail, which if his airmail's on, that's all he's going to be throwing. So it should be pretty entertaining. And if Shane Coyne actually comes out of his hiding spot in New York and brings Scott Lava with him, they might make some noise too.
Yeah, about time for them to get out of get into the rock that they've been hiding behind here for the past year or so. And so, yeah, it sounds like you've really built a great player base up there, and really it kind of started with you up there in the Northeast, and it's slowly been growing over this past year. So, those that don't know you, how did you get involved in the sport, and how did you get to be the director where you are today?
Well, years ago we went camping. I think it was like 8 years ago. We went up to Kyoto Beach Campground, and my buddy had a set of bago boards, and we were playing, and my buddies fell on them and broke them, so we couldn't play anymore. So I promised my buddy Paul from the Lafayette Club that I was like, oh, I'll get you a set of boards. I'll get you a set of real boards. So I went home. I talked to my dad about it. I got all the specifications for boards, and I found a sub company of Chad Littlewood from all Cornhole for bags, and me and my father built boards for him. And then all of a sudden, another buddy wanted a set of boards, and the next thing you know, my father and I just kept on building boards. And then I was like, we'll just start running tournaments. So I ran a tournament at the Lafayette Club for my buddy Paul that we were camping with, and we had everybody there every Thursday night playing. Next thing you know, we had a pool league night going on Wednesday nights, so it was every other week. So we started playing on Wednesday nights every other week. And then the word started getting out. More people started showing up, and we just kept on going with it. And then board orders kept going nuts. And I don't know where I'd be without my dad, because he was a huge aspect of this whole cornhole thing. And I definitely owe him thanks for everything. But, and then we started traveling. The first person I met traveling was Shane Coyne, the New York State Championship. And then from there I met Bob Yutz and George Hoffman from Holes for Heroes, which is now Eat, Sleep, Throw Cornhole, out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Started traveling down there every year with Andy. We had a blast down there. That's where we met Timmy Pitcher. And the next thing you know, we're traveling all over the place. And then Chad Littlewood reaches out to me for about ACL, about the championships 3 years ago, the first championships. And so with the OGs of the All Cornhole sponsorship show up, it was me, Andy, Ken Cutes, and Joe Adcock. And we just had a blast. Then talked to Stacy about becoming a director and what's involved in it. Next thing you know, I'm running local tournaments. And then all of a sudden, your dad reaches out the following year if I wanted to become a regional conference director. I said, sure, why not? And then that year it just took off. And then Edu from Winner's Circle Cornhole Club chimed in, and he became a local director, and Scott Morrison became a director. And next thing you know, the Northeast Conference just started blowing up with cornhole players, and it's been awesome ever since.
Man, I say so, yeah. It's a great setup up there. You mentioned you and Andy, so, I mean, obviously you two are ACL Pro partners, so for those that don't know you two, what's kind of that dynamic like? I mean, I'm always entertained to watch you guys. When I watch your games, I'm always entertained. And so that's a good way to describe it. But what is that dynamic like between you and Andy?
Oh, our dynamic is pretty much just a bromance. And, every time we travel, we always have fun with posting on Facebook and social media of being lovers on the road playing cornhole and how we cuddle and whatnot. And then when it comes to tournament time, we want to win, but our biggest thing is we just want to have fun doing it. We love meeting everybody, and he's more of the vocal guy and always dropping the Boston accent with the non-hard R's. And he's very entertaining. He's such an awesome dude. It's just great. We don't yell at each other, even though we joke around that we should be more like Dotson and Sean and how they yell at each other and be aggressive. But I mean, it's a lot of fun playing with him. He kind of struggled this year. He had a lot going on. Just had a new baby with Morgan, and so he had a lot on his mind. He was missing home, so when he's on the road, he wasn't fully there. And finally, he did something, and now his head kind of cleared out. And St. Louis, our first match was against Hissner and Henderson, and I was scared. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I mean, we lost 21-9, but I was happy with the 9 points we got, and he threw awesome against against Henderson. And then the match that knocked us out was against Jason Ball and Doug Messner. And it was pretty funny watching him. He wishes that I didn't record the game because it was probably his worst game ever, but whatever. It's always fun. And and the best part is that Lauren gets mad about this, but he's my go-to guy to sing songs to with my guitar. And I think it boosts him up, and it gives him that loving feeling. You know what I mean?
I do appreciate the songs. I've seen them on social media, so you got to keep those coming. So we're getting to the conclusion of the season here. We just got one national left and then the championship. So really, any goals, any things you're looking forward to in particular, or whether it be you as an individual or you and Andy as a team?
Well, we always say with every tournament we don't want to get beat by the same team twice, but I'd be happy with that if that happens here at Mohegan Sun, because that means that if we lost to the first team that we play, and then we lose to them again, most likely it's in the finals or something, so that would be awesome. But to finish, I think our goal right now is to finish in the top half of the ACL Pros. And then advanced doubles, we hope to go at least to the final 8. That'd be great. But we're just more looking forward to having the national here up in the Northeast, not having to fly and get flight delays, and maybe Andy loses CPAP machine along the way. But yeah, we're really looking forward to it, and just the fact that we could actually drive to it instead of fly. The championships, really looking forward to that right outside of Philly, which that's going to be a fabulous time. Maybe I'll be able to bring my guitar and we can start having sing-alongs or something. Maybe get the whole ACL crew involved in it.
Well,
maybe I'll get you to sing a song or two.
Yeah, you just opened a can of worms, because now we're going to hold you to it. We're holding you to it here.
Oh, boy.
Yes, that is ACL Pro and Northeast Conference Director Jeff Bashan. Jeff, thanks for sitting down with me this week here on the ACL Throwdown. I know you're getting your players fired up. Good luck to you. Good luck to Andy and the rest of your crew in just a few short weeks as we head up to your neck of the woods up there in Connecticut.
Thanks, Trey. And I want to thank you, Stacy, Todd, Dave. Dave, I'm bringing you a jar for question money. And who else is there? Oh, Stacy, of course, Sean, Steph, Madden, and Mike, Ghostfinger. You guys are awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys are killing it this year, and I can't wait to see what's in store for next year.
We appreciate it, Jeff. Take care, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Sounds great, buddy.
Jeff Bashand is always a character, always a fun guest to have, especially here on the ACL Throwdown. Thanks, Jeff, for coming on the show this week. Like I said, that ACL Pro Invitational is coming up. Make sure you go to iPlayACL.com. Scroll down to the news section and you'll find that ACL Pro Invitational article. Make sure you get in there, you vote for your favorite ACL Pro team. Get them a chance to get a part of that $25,000 in cash prize that we're going to award there. So make sure you go vote for your favorites, as well as the Devour Man of the Year voting is still open. You can go to iPlayACL.com/devour to vote for who you think is going to win that. For voting for that, you're going to get a chance to win free Devour frozen pizza for a year. So some high stakes on that as well. That's all the time that I got this week here on the ACL Throwdown for the American Cornhole League. This is Trey Ryder. We'll see you guys next week.